Hey, thanks for clicking on my face. I'm John Stark from MacMovieGuy.com, and this is a review of Wednesday, Season 1, Episode 2. I said I would do more reviews if the first one was watched enough to let me know that people on the internet were excited about Wednesday, and then Wednesday went and broke some damn records. And I think my view count, at least among my TV shows, Wednesday is way up there. So you get another one. I'm a blind film critic. So, I watched this with audio description on Netflix. And also, the reason why you're getting an episode 2 is I do weekly recaps, which is weird for shows that drop their entire seasons all at once, which means by the time I get around to the final episode, there's usually like 2 people watching. So sometimes TV show recaps in my form are not as rewarding, but also there's something to be said for watching it episodically, weekly, and being able to still have that power of holding a moment and not immediately getting an answer to a cliffhanger. And the stuff that we, in the days of yore, that I miss. I know I would binge watch something, but it's just, I feel like then you absorb the whole show and then you wait however long for it to come back. I'd be more likely to absorb a limited series that had no shot of ever returning. No shot. Wednesday, I know, is everybody's like, is there going to be a second season? But considering Netflix just canceled The Midnight Club, I don't know what's going on in Netflix. As a general rule, just don't cancel anything ever done by Mike Flanagan if he's willing to do a second season of it. That would just be a general rule. I know they're about to lose him, which is insane. I don't understand why Netflix is not paying Mike Flanagan enough. The stuff he's given them is just amazing stuff. He's done amazing stuff for Netflix. Anyway, back to Wednesday with Tim Burton. I love Jenna Ortega, by the way, as Wednesday. I've already decided that I can love both Christina Ricci's Wednesday and Jenna Ortega's Wednesday equally. I'm not ranking one above the other. I don't need to. They're beautiful Wednesday Addamses. And in this episode, we just sort of continue to expand. It kind of picks up where we left off, and Wednesday is trying to explain what happened in the woods to the cop who just cannot be bothered to converse with anybody from her school. He's just like, I don't know what his backstory is, but when we find it out, I feel like it's going to be a doozy. I feel like somebody from the school like killed his entire family, and he's on some sort of Princess Bride. My name is Ntingo Montoya. Ntingo Montoya, and I've got. He just has such a raging detest for anybody from that school. You think his son would know, though, like, what the deal was, like, what's up, why? Because his son seems chill. I'm hoping his son doesn't turn out to be like the low-key bad guy of the season. Is just like, I've been playing you with my barista charms, throwing coffee grounds in Wednesday's face. But they have a good back and forth. I don't know if Wednesday has a love interest or needs a love interest. I don't know if that's... I feel like Wednesday could easily be the character in the show that has no love interest. She doesn't need one. I know that the musical went that route and gave Wednesday a love interest, and Addams Family Values, you could argue and say she had a love interest in that, but it was not the same way that people have a normal love interest. So, I think she doesn't do romance the same way. So I hope this series does it that way too. I don't want it to be, she shouldn't be getting butterflies and all that good stuff and be like, I'm going to wear pink. So maybe it's Tyler the barista. I don't know. But he proves to be helpful later on when he helps hide Wednesday in the woods from the scent of the dog. I would also think I know that he was like, this is one of my things. I mean, I still love the episode, but I have like little things. And she's like, how did you keep the dog away? And he's like, oh, coffee grounds. And I was like, or maybe the fucking dog knows you and it's not looking for you. It's your dad's dog. It's not hunting for you. So it would smell you and it would throw it off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's being told to search for something not you. And you are a familiar scent to it. So your scent is what is throwing it off, not coffee grounds. You know, it's not like he's going out in the woods and they're like, oh, it's my son. My son's here. Good job, dog. No. I don't think the coffee grounds were necessary, but I love that he thought that they were. I think the familiarity is what threw it off. It's sort of like writing a great murder mystery and it's the detective's partner, right? And they're out there and they've got the dog and he's looking for things, but the dog doesn't know. The dog is being thrown off because he's like, I'm supposed to be looking for murder, but murder also smells like this guy. I don't know what to do. I've always smelled this guy before. Are they the same thing? I'm very confused. Yeah, so I think that's what really protected him. I thought the boat race was cool. I think the boat race is kind of funny because if that is what the sirens are able to do, and this school has had sirens for so long, why are they having a boat race that with no rules against cheating? I feel like it's just a race that's been set up for years to either like murder a siren or lose the race. It's just it feels so disadvantaged to have people who they can swim through the water and eat more easily and dismantle other boats, so of course their team wins. It's weird. It's like having a contest where you have to walk through fire, but like the one person who can control fire always wins and everybody else just keeps getting burned by fire. It's like, okay, well, this is why are we having this contest? Luckily Wednesday figured out a way to, because she's a genius. So that was why we were shown it, but I didn't understand because for years prior there wasn't Wednesday, right? There was they tried to throw in that whole, like, the last time we won, it was your mother. And it's like, okay, so you need an Adams in order for it to not be a siren to win. The only 2 times in history this team, I think, has ever not been won by a siren, it was won by an Adams. So they're evil geniuses. Cool. That was the whole purpose of that. But meanwhile, all the rest of the years, in between the two, they were just doing this race every year, and like the sirens were... we're just dismantling boats. If you think about the show too hard, then it's not fun anymore. Yeah, so I loved the Bee Kid. The Bee Kid was great. I want the Bee Kid more. I love the Bee. I totally forgot his name. But the kid was like, so you're saying there's a chance? And I was like, oh my god, we're using that line again. But I love the fact that somebody as dorky as him is hanging out at the school. I don't know what his affliction is. It can't be bees. I don't know. I didn't pick up on, is he a werewolf? Is he a vampire? What is his thing? Is he a bee? That would be cool. Like, does he speak to bees? Man, that would be one hell of a power. He like Wicker Man's his way out to school. And what else? What else could I talk about here? I love every scene that Jenna Ortega gets to share with Christina Ricci. I feel like those are great moments in time. I know so far, at least on my social media, a lot of my friends have been like, oh my god, Gwendolyn Christie is amazing. So I hope more comes from her in the end, because she kind of just feels like she's there as a person because they needed somebody to be like the adult charge. So I'm hoping more comes of that. Anyway, I laughed when it was 2 snaps to open. No, I thought it was hilarious. I was like, of course it's 2 snaps because it's the Addams Family. This is a great show. I think Tim Burton's having a lot of fun with it. It's both serious, funny, it's quirky, it's everything it needs to be. Is it necessarily like the smartest show in the world? As I pointed out, no. I mean, he didn't even need to say anything about coffee grounds. The dog wouldn't have spelled him because the dog knows who he is. So the dog wasn't looking for Tyler. The dog was looking for something else. So he would have been Tyler's scent would have thrown it off enough. So when you think about things like that, you overwrite the show a little bit, and you're like, did you need to put that in? Did we need to have a lesson about coffee grounds? But anyway, those are just some small little thoughts that I have. But overall, I'm really excited to watch this again next week. Like we used to normally watch TV back in the old days when I was a little kid and we didn't have streaming services and we had to set our VCR timers if we wanted to watch something and we weren't home because we didn't even have a DVR. Back in my day, when we walked 12 miles to school in raging fire and snow at the same time. Yeah, this is what you get on my channel, so please subscribe. I'm going to give Wednesday Season 1, Episode 2 an A. That's the grade. I like the show. I got little like jokey problems with it, but nothing that's throwing my actual interest off. So, I think it's entertaining. So I hope y'all are enjoying Wednesday. It looks like everybody is. The numbers, social media, and everything. This feels like a no-brainer pickup for Netflix. I feel like Netflix should have like been like the day that the news came out that Wednesday broke their like single day record or whatever. Like it should have immediately been like, and we've ordered a season 2. By the way, generally we like to reward shows that break, but meanwhile we have to wait for, the second season of Ginny and Georgia. Does anybody even remember that show? They just released the season 2 trailer for Ginny and Georgia, and I was like, what the? Oh, it's that show. I don't like season 1, so I'm not coming back for season 2. I did watch season 1. I don't watch season 2. That's it. Like I said, please subscribe. I'm 11 away from 100, which is my year-end goal. I just need 11 more people. It's less than I need members of a jury. I need, if I got an entire jury to subscribe to me, I would break 100. So we're getting there. We're getting so close. I also have a website, macmovieguyy.com. You can go to the audio description project, adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what has audio description where you can watch it, and the adna.org. That's the adna.org. And it will let you know who is narrating or working on audio description for your favorite shows. That's it for me today. I gotta go review something else for you guys, but I will see you on the other side.